Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, angel guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for wonderful transitions, wonderful peace, wonderful honor. And we celebrate all the good that is here right now, the good in our souls, the good here for us, the good from the angels for us, the good from the angels for the whole planet and all of humanity and all of life. And we celebrate a transference of good, a presence of peace, and resounding joy. So if we could just breathe in. And if we could notice perhaps like a whisper in your left ear, perhaps like a presence on your left side, if we could just feel the blessings and love of each individual angel that you know by name, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raziel. Just noticing them coming through, and perhaps with a touch, with a prayer, with a blessing, with an acknowledgement, just noticing their contribution to this moment, their presence in this moment, what they give to it, what they bestow upon us. This might be very light, might be quite profound. If we could just breathe and just notice that progression. And noticing that with their presence, we never leave empty-handed. So if we could just breathe into the fullness available to us right now and allowing a perfect alignment of chakras, energy fields, meridians, thoughts, energy, flow, strength, healing, all those things happening at once. Perhaps noticing vertical energy moving through you. Anything that benefits from being horizontal, having that benefit of waves of energy. So if we could feel everything becoming in the most positive way, everything becoming orderly, not rigid. If we could feel how our cells and our souls respond to the presence of the angels with joy, with relaxation, recognizing the treasure of this contact, if we could just let those feelings, those knowings, those instincts happen and be noted. Wonderful. So feel all those angels here. Let's also, perhaps on your right side, we'll notice loving guides that we know by name. Our friend, the Ascended Master Jesus, Ganesh, Kuan Yin. Guides that we worked with, artists like David Bowie, whose birthday it is today. Joan of Arc. The poets, Mary Oliver, Walt Whitman, William Blake. Just notice that there's a full team here. Julia Child. We can just notice all these figures, all these icons, all these loved ones coming to us right now. And if we could breathe in, and if we could just become aware consciously of who's here and what's happening. And if we could just lovingly say out loud, thank you all for being with me. I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you for contributing love to my day. Wonderful. And as we notice a commingling of angels and guides on either side of you, perhaps surrounding you, if we could just lovingly and peacefully say out loud, thank you, angels and guides, for your presence with me. What would you like me to know? And we'll just lovingly breathe that in. And we'll just receive whether we feel it, see it, hear it, or know it. And if we could just notice one detail, which is how specific this guidance is, this presence is, this information is for you. So they perhaps use your name. So we'll just breathe in and receive. Wonderful. If we could just say out loud, thank you. And we'll continue. If we could notice the same way that cargo was loaded on a cargo ship with balance, if we could notice the angels contributing stability to you, not so much with weight, but with intention, with balance of left and right, with knowing and noticing that good things are here. And if we could let all that energy of stability be fresh, that we're not making anything good or bad, but just noticing that any old energies that perhaps have too much weight on them or weight attached to them, let's let those go. Let the angels and guides clear that out. And we'll just lovingly notice the highest good being here. Wonderful. And if we could let that same experience of balance effortlessly happen in your heart by the angels and guides, and letting that effortless balance happen in your consciousness, in your physical brain, your thoughts, your memories, your beliefs, your knowledge, your intellect. Letting things be fresh. So noticing the space where ancient wisdom could be fresh. Allowing there to be a wonderful balance of creativity and productivity. A wonderful balance of abundance and peace of mind. Recognizing there's enough for everyone, including you. And if we could notice the balance of stability and change as we welcome positive change into our lives. We'll notice all this goodness. We'll notice all this peace. And we'll just notice that it's okay for emotions to move. It's okay to feel good. It's okay for those things to happen simultaneously. So if we could just take in a breath and let's release the energy of the new year so far. Release the energy of the past. Let's just revel in the brightness of this moment, the brightness of all that is here, the brightness, the glory and peace of all the good that is right here. We'll notice that all is well, that our loved ones who are passed recently or otherwise are well, that there's a great opportunity here for optimism, for hope, for goodness, as we continue to invest in our spiritual worlds, invest in our relationships with angels and guides, and to feel the comfort provided, the comfort that we can maintain and take into our days, the comfort that we could bestow upon others. And noticing that all is well and all will continue to be well. Wonderful. We'll notice the goddess Coventina, who works on detoxifying and also with water, oceans. If we could just notice her coming forward, perhaps with a very light spirit. If we could just notice her balancing energy, balancing left and right for you, the spheres of the body. And if we could notice her very simply bestowing blessings upon you, praying for you, and if we could let her remove from your consciousness any attempt, be it well-intentioned or otherwise, any attempt to scare you, letting those energies move away. So let's just very simply adopt this space. Notice this space of emerging in this moment without fear and embracing this moment without fear. And we'll just notice the presence within ourselves and within our souls of mastery, knowing what it's like to be masterfully alive. We all have decades of experience being in these bodies on this planet at this time. And it's safe for us to claim space. It's safe for us to positively influence. It's safe for us to receive help. It's safe for us to have a good time. Wonderful. If we could notice the goddess Coventina just walking through you. Wonderful. Notice the jolly Ascended Master Ganesh coming forward. If we could notice him performing a dance for you, and perhaps your cells adopting the frivolity and joy of that dance. And this letting his presence with you and his performance for you ignite positive change, a gentle release of obstacles and embrace of divine help. Wonderful. As he's done before, we'll notice Saint Germain giving you his cloak, his purple cloak. Let's just notice what it's like for him to put that on you. And if we could just breathe in perhaps to its warmth, its magic, its healing, its elegance. Wonderful. We could just breathe in, like pouring out a pitcher of water onto the earth. If we could notice any judgment, any prejudice that might be hanging around in our spheres and our systems, just letting that be poured out, including any prejudice or judgment about ourselves, any sense of limitation of what we're capable of. Let's just let that be poured out. Let's let a new source, a new spring of fresh water come to us right now. Bountiful water, clean, healthy, water infused with love and grace. Let's just let that water come to us. Perhaps water we drink, perhaps water we bathe with. We'll let this exact water be infused into what's in your faucets, in your shower, in your refrigerator. Fresh water. Wonderful. If we can notice the angels and guides telepathically or with pure knowingness communicating to every single cell in your body, that shelter is here. And if we can notice that statement being about everything that has happened. So if we could just breathe in and just feel the shelter present with you now. And if we can notice that shelter is not confining or limited in any way, not limited to location, not limited to topic or activity, that shelter is provided, and that shelter is expansive, and that shelter is here to help you. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. Let's just notice in this moment, we'll just get into a space of individual experience. If we could just notice what, if anything, you would like to communicate, like to say to the angels and to the guides. Be that thank you, be that a prayer, a request, an affirmation. If we could just take a breath and we say it out loud, everyone's muted, or telepathically, or through the heart. Let's just notice this moment of communication, or several moments of communication. And we'll lovingly say out loud, thank you. And with gentle grace, wonderful peace, and a sense of fullness, we'll say out loud to the angels and guides, thank you. With manners and good cheer, we'll say out loud to David Bowie, happy birthday. And to ourselves, collectively and individually, we'll say out loud, good job. And with wonderful peace, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this moment. And in this moment of clarity, peace, and ease, we celebrate joy. We honor grace. We recognize all the good that is here. We recognize all that is here already on the planet. Great music, great words, beautiful images, and we celebrate those. We let the beauty that we know exists, that we enjoy, the beautiful meals made, the wonderful independence, wonderful clarity of being. And we celebrate all the good. We let the good continue. We allow ourselves to thrive, our loved ones to thrive, our families to thrive. Great good to thrive, including our spiritual practice and spirituality throughout the world, thriving, 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 creating union, unification, and oneness, and healing division. And with wonderful clarity and great peace, we simply ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.